All right, Shalom. Start first by giving all praises and glories unto Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Harakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, and greetings, salutations, and blessings unto the elect. Shalom. Okay, as we all know, there was a magnitude 6.4 earthquake that hit 11 miles from Ridgecrest, California on July the 4th, which is a U.S. holiday, at 10:33 a.m. All right, 6.4 is a pretty solid earthquake. It's pretty strong. Okay, we felt it here in Vegas, and they felt it all the way into L.A. Okay, there's the red dot you can see. That's where the epicenter was. You can see where Los Angeles, Bakersfield, and Fresno, and even Vegas is where the blue dot is at. That's literally like where I'm at. Okay. And which brought back on this recurring vision that I keep getting, and I'm gonna kind of give a quick testimony. I'm gonna try to keep it as concise as possible. But on the '94 quake, because ever since the '94 Northridge quake, which let me pull it up. Bear with me 1 second. Okay, like I was saying, ever since this 1994 Northridge earthquake, which I was in the San Fernando Valley when it took place. I was in North Hollywood, so pretty close in proximity to when this earthquake hit. Which I'll read the history on it right here from Wikipedia. It says the 1994 Northridge earthquake was a magnitude 6.7, very close to the same percentage, blind thrust earthquake that occurred on January the 17th, 1994. And that's close. Actually, my birthday was that weekend, so I never forget it. All right, my curse day, if you will. At 4:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time in the San Fernando Valley region of the county of Los Angeles. Its epicenter was in Reseda, a neighborhood in the North Central Valley. Okay, and that's when it took place. Now, let me lead in why it's so significant. How serious that earthquake was at that time, and how recent it feels. Well, for me, I begin to get this recurring vision ever since that earthquake, and it'll come around every once in a while. I would kind of have it sometimes as a dream, most times as just a vision. Just something, just a thought that kind of crosses my mind. But ever since I came into the truth, I get it more frequently now. And I thought it was just, emotional scars or something from it, from the trauma of it. But now that I'm in the truth, I see more so of what it truly is. And the recurring vision that I get is what you people do not truly understand. Is that the Most High, who you ignorantly call God, and His only begotten Son, who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, before the Messiah comes back to the planet, there's going to be a lot of natural occurrences, which we've been watching them happen. Okay, a lot of things happening in the earth, and one of those major things are earthquakes. Okay, these earthquakes come to the earth, and if from '94, and this is just what I remember from '94, I remember being I was in a bunk bed. I was a teenager, young teenager, or whatever. I was in a bunk bed, and I can hear this rolling like roar in the earth coming. And it was just building and just getting greater and louder, like coming closer and closer. Okay? And so I wake up. I'm not a heavy sleeper. I wake up in time for the jolts just to continue to go. Now, most earthquakes, I grew up in Southern California, so earthquakes and little shakes and little jolts in LA County, out in Carson, It was maybe a 4.6 or something like that. It wasn't that big, but we felt it. It was in the morning before school. I felt that one. And then I think another was like maybe 89 or something. The Bay Area one. Um, Up in the Bay Area, I was in the after school sports playing basketball, and that one hit. And that was the one where the World Series and Candlestick Park was falling apart during that quake and everything. And bridges and all of that, Oakland Bay Bridge collapsed, and certain lanes or whatever collapsed. Certain things happened then, okay? As well as stuff, as you see the images here from '94, freeways collapsed. I believe that's the one heading up to Palmdale, Lancaster, one that's frequently driven, okay? Well, and it was like a Whittier quake or something like that was in there either before or after the Northridge in '94. Earthquake happening right now as we speak. There's one heading right now as we speak. It's still going. Earthquake happening as we speak right now. That's a spirit. Okay? If you heard my wind chimes, which there's no wind in the house, just go right now. And I'm watching the blinds sway back and forth. And then, because I didn't feel the one last night. Yesterday morning. I didn't feel that one. I felt what just happened right now, though, clearly. And it brings back that vision. And the vision is pretty much a recurring vision. But it always is different. I'm doing regular stuff on my everyday stuff. I'm getting in a car. I'm about to hop in the shower. I'm walking down the street. I'm in the mall. I'm at work. It's always something like that. Just ordinary driving in the car. Just always something like that, okay? And the thing about an earthquake, and I just felt this again, and this is what the vision always brings back to mind, all right, is that when the earthquake that the Lord is bringing to the table, when it hits, because when you're in an earthquake, all that matters to you is that it stops. It's when it's over. That's all like a sigh of relief. Regardless of all like in '94, once it continued to go, but once it was over, and the sun came up and everything, everybody felt a little better. And then even when the sun was up and there were more jolts and aftershocks and so on would kind of hit, and you still had that uneasy feeling. Well, in this vision, it doesn't stop, okay? And it's the big one, okay? And it's real strong. Okay, and it's the big one. All right, and it just continues to go. And Northridge, if I recall, maybe 5 seconds was one of the longest quakes I had ever been in. These, like the one just now, was maybe 3 seconds. Northridge might have been 7 to 10 seconds, if that. Well, the one in the vision, it just keeps going. It just continues to keep going. To where in one of the visions I had that went a little further, I think it was in the form of a dream, where it's nothing like, okay, well, it's over, so no. It just keeps going to the point where you realize I gotta make a run for it to get out the house. Like I can't, like you're taught in Southern California, you get under the door jamb, the strong structure of the house, and then as it stops, then you make a move. Well, in this vision, it don't stop. It's hitting so hard and shaking so violently, stuff is falling that you could damn near die just from stuff falling. Now I'm talking about stuff off shelves, chandeliers, all kinds of stuff, okay? Ceiling tiles, all kinds of stuff falling, okay? Telephone poles, stuff is shaking. You can see cracks in the ground, like all of this stuff was in the vision, but they don't really last that long. They just kind of, it lasts about 30 seconds. And about 30 seconds is when you realize, and it shakes for about 25 of that 30 seconds in the vision that I always have. And it's that, and the thing that had been in the vision is that the reaction of the people, since I was in the truth, the reaction of the people how they don't know how to deal with it, and they're bugging out, losing their minds. Okay, I gotta check this. I'm sure brothers is texting me. Hold on. So that's the spirit. Okay. So this is just right now. Okay, this just happened right now. This is beautiful. As y'all watching the video, a witness to it. This just happened while I was recording this video. Okay, an earthquake hit another one in the same Ridgecrest area, same fault lines at 8:19 tonight. It just hit. We felt it all the way in Vegas. Okay, that popped up right now. All right. So continuing on in the vision, the Most High is about to shake the man. He's about to you people don't understand. Okay, I don't know how serious it has to be for you to understand. An earthquake is going to be the coming. Okay, it's the mild tribulation. It's the earthquake part. You can accept an earthquake, but can you accept famine? Can you accept pestilence? Can you accept martial law? Can you accept, all out lawlessness in the streets, like the purge? What about Leviathan? Can you accept that? Leviathan is so-called Godzilla. Can you accept that? Can you accept the so-called UFO invasion? Can you accept the World War III missiles destroying America? These are the things that the Lord has prophesied in the Bible that's coming. Okay? And it's not a game and it's not a joke. You can blow it off as it's something if you want to, but this earthquake now and every earthquake that I've ever been in easily reminds you that there's a force greater than you at work here. A thing that you can never forget. There's a force greater than you that's at right. If I could refresh a little bit, I don't know. But yeah, that just hit right now. All right. And it's not a game. It's nothing to play with. But I'm gonna bring out some scriptures now. I just had them pulled up, but I'm just about to bring them up and just hit you with the prophecies of these earthquakes, man, and what the Most High is doing with these earthquakes. Okay, bear with me while I line them up. All right. So this is the book of Luke, and this is the Gospels. Okay. The Lord himself was present for these things that we're saying. He was prophesying about when the kingdom of heaven would be coming, what would be the signs of the coming of the Lord in the kingdom of heaven. Well, this is in Luke, the 21st chapter, okay? And I'm going to get straight to the point. Matter of fact, no, I'm going to read up a verse. Okay, Luke 21:9. But when ye shall hear of war, which we're hearing about World War III, it's not Putin in America and Donald J. Trump, or are they not in China and all, in Iran, all these places going through it, trying to figure out how serious they want to go to war? What's going to be the reason that they really go to war? Okay, is it money? Is it I owe you? Is it I want your land and your resources? What is it? Okay, it's the sanctions, the money. Okay, they just suspended the Nuclear Missile Act. I forgot the actual name of that, Salakia. But there was a peace treaty act that nobody could shoot nuclear missiles on each other. Well, Putin just suspended that. Okay, and I'm sure America's with it, but that's suspended right now, where they can let off nukes. All right. And it says, "You shall hear of wars and commotions. Be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. The end is not yet." Okay. Then he said unto them, nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. And that's what we're starting to see happen. Okay? Starting to see these kingdoms rise up against each other. He said, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places. You're going to start seeing earthquakes popping up all over the place. By the way, this isn't even the San Andreas fault. The number one fault that runs, the fault that runs from like Canada, like I think it may be Alaska all the way down to South America, like through Peru or somewhere, like all the way down the West Coast and the Pacific, all the way down. Okay, that's the big boy on the West Coast, in the Americas that we know about. That's the big boy over there. When that one starts to get active, and this could easily get this active. Right now people still letting off fireworks. You hear the stuff going. Reminds you what it's gonna feel like outside. Earthquakes hitting, people going lawlessness outside, man. Like they're letting off gunshots, screaming and crying. All that's gonna be happening, man. You people aren't ready for this. These earthquakes is just something showing you the force that the Lord's coming with. Okay, he's rolling out all of the stops. He's pulling all the punches and all the stops on this one. He's not gonna hold nothing back on this one. Lord willing, he don't hold nothing back. If he holds back from the things that he wrote is gonna happen, you start putting all these scenarios together, the Most High is gonna do, you realize you got nothing but to turn to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, in sincerity and all humility. Okay? The heathens who can't turn to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, who he don't care about, they gonna wish they could. Okay? But all you Israelites is going to want to turn to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. But then you're going to notice that the real men of the Lord, the 144,000, that they're getting powers and they're making it. And it's a different look in their eye and they look stable. They don't look shook like everybody else. And we won't be because we were warned through the prophecies of the Bible that this stuff was coming. Okay? I didn't get footage of it today, but when I got to work this morning and when I left out of work also, there were locusts all over the parking lot. I had to walk through. I drove through it first, and then I walked through a swamp. Didn't he say he would hit you with plagues of Egypt as before? You guys don't understand that this is coming, and you're going to have to deal with it now. Ain't no more playing. Okay? If you care about yourself and your family, if you're an Israelite, so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, or you're a confusion of faith, that truly believes in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, because your father line goes back to an Israelite, okay, then you gotta gird up yourself, man, with this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and with all faith and humility and fear for the Most High Yahweh, okay, and pray and call. Anyway, so this is what it's saying: and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places. This took a turn because I never expected another earthquake to hit during this, okay? And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines, and pestilences, and fearful sights, and great signs shall be from heaven. Okay? All these things are going to happen. And let me go into, all I did was blue letter Quake, and I think Shake. So let me go through some. Oops. See, we're gonna go to this one first. Bring it up. I think it's Quake was on this one. Let's see. This stalls me out. Let's see. Quake. I Google Quake. Okay. Joel, the 2nd chapter, of course. Let me go to it. All right. This is Joel, the 2nd chapter. And particularly, well, I'm going to read it. It said, the earth shall quake before them. And what it's describing is the nuclear missiles. Okay, when they're shot off. And it said, if you read up, that the moon, that the land was the Garden of Eden before it, and after it, a desolate wilderness, because it wipes out, these missiles will wipe out everything. Okay, but it said, the earth shall quake before them. The heavens shall tremble. The sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. Okay, the earth is gonna shake. That's part of what's happening. That's the Most High rolling the carpet out for His Son. Okay, letting everybody on earth know, hey, wake up, because the Lord is back on the earth, man. My Son is on the earth. He's coming back to the earth to restore balance and judgment in the earth. Okay, go back. I'm gonna just try to run through these, not to keep it too long, but okay. From Joel 10th verse, we're gonna go to Nahum 1 and 5. The mountains quake at him, the hills melt, and the earth is burned at his presence. When whose presence? When who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, man. When he shows up, who the Bible describes as a so-called black man, okay, with white woolly hair, very dark skinned, a very heavy bassful voice, loud carrying voice, and the whites of his eyes were red, okay, whose name is Yahweh Shai, all right, When he comes, when he comes to the earth in his presence, okay, the world and all that dwell. Let me back it up. The mountains quake at him, and the hills melt. You know, it said it would melt the elements, right? The elements shall melt with fervent heat, from Second Peter. Okay, and the earth is burned at his presence, yea, the world and all that dwell therein. Okay, I'm just going through these in blue letter. Matthew the 27th chapter, the 51st verse. And behold, the veil of the temple is rent in twain from the top to the bottom, and the earth did quake, and the rocks rent, and the rocks broken and shook around and moved. Okay, Hebrews 12 and 21, and so I was. Excuse me. He says, and so terrible was the sight that Moses said, I exceedingly fear and quake. He shook, because now you people are gonna be shook, man. Talk about shook ones like Mob Deep. You gonna be shook, man, when all of this takes place. These little quakes that ain't the real deal. Like I'm talking about the visions I've seen from starting back in '92 and even more now in since I've been in the truth. I mean, they say these earthquake-proof buildings. No, man, it's gonna shatter all this shit down, man. Okay, it's gonna break up stuff that you thought it wouldn't be able to do, man. It's gonna do that. Rocks gonna fall and close off roads, all kinds of stuff, man. Trees, all kinds of stuff is gonna go on. Okay, and there's no running from it. There's no running from it. You ain't gonna be able to sleep or go run off and hide from the Lord when he shows back up on the earth, man. You don't think that this is a foreshadowing of him? I thought when I heard about the earthquake, and I didn't even feel it. When I saw my text feed on fire from my coworkers and and the Akim talking about earthquake, my mom and them calling, this ain't no joke, man. This ain't no joke. All right. And there's still little ones happening. My blinds are still moving. They don't move like that with just the air conditioner. Anyway, you actually heard the. I don't want to lose that. You actually heard the. Let me see if I pull this one up. You see it right here. Yeah, earth and shake. Yeah. You actually heard my bell go off. My wind chime go off. I have a wind chime in the house, and stuff like that. So and boom, you hear it go off. All right. Anyway, earth and shake is what I put in the into the blue letter. Let me get the ones that I want. Yeah, Isaiah chapter 2, and I guess it's I'm gonna read it's the same thing kind of. Let me see. I'm gonna read the 19th verse. It says, and they shall go into holes of the rocks and into the caves of the earth for fear of the Lord. You gonna want to run from him, man. You can't run from the Lord, man, when he shows. You gonna try to go to your underground bunkers and all that, and it ain't gonna save you. And for the glory of his majesty, when he shows up with the holy host of angels in the heavens, man, with the chariots, which you would call UFO or the UFO invasion, okay? When he arrives to shake terribly the earth. When he arrives to shake terribly the earth. It says awesome calls when I went into it. It said awesome calls to awful, calls to make terrified or terrible. Okay, when he shakes your soul, shakes your spirit within your body, scares you so bad. Okay, continue going. Isaiah the 13th chapter, 13th verse. It says, therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of the Lord of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger. This ain't nothing cool of him being cool when he get back. The earthquakes are gonna scare the shit out of you. So when he returns, it's gonna set the tone for his fierce anger when he comes. The other things that he got lined up. Okay, especially here in America. Okay, that's the easy part to this thing, because when the missiles hit, they gonna make the earth to sway to and fro like a drunkard. Okay, they gonna shake to and fro like a drunkard. He gonna make the earth do that, man. He gonna remove mountains with the missiles, man. Gonna be a major earthquake. You gonna feel it, man. They ain't in these movies for nothing, man. All right. And you think because the way this devil Esau drops missiles, that's what Isaiah the 14th chapter right here was about. But I'm gonna keep going. Yeah, Isaiah 24 and 18. It says, "And it shall come to pass that he who fleeth from the noise of the fear shall fall into the pit." When you try to run from it, you're gonna fall into the pit, into the trap. It says, "And he that cometh up from the midst of the pit shall be taken in the snare, and the foundations of the earth do shake." Okay? The foundations of the earth do shake. It's going to shake the earth. It's an earthquake, man, a major earthquake. Okay? Keep going, see if there's any other one that I want to grab out of here. Yeah, I'll read this one. Ezekiel 38 and 20. "So that the fishes of the sea and the fowls of the earth and all the men that are upon the face of the earth shall shake at my presence." Okay? Why are they going to shake at the presence of the Lord? Not just because of the earthquake, because of the fear. Okay? Of the earthquakes, of the so-called UFO invasion. And I hate to use that term, but some of you people would never understand what if we bring up the chariots are coming back, and you will never understand it. Okay? He's going to shake this place for real. He's going to shake the shit out this place, man. Shake the wickedness off this. He's going to shake the dust off America, man. Okay? Shall shake at my presence, and the mountains shall be thrown down, and the steep places shall fall, and every wall shall fall to the ground. Verse, "The Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, also shall roar out of Zion, and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake. But the Lord will be the hope of his people, and the strength of the children of Israel." Starting with the elect, man, the 144,000 and the 1/3. Like, oh, that's the Lord. Those us that know, oh, that's the Lord. You know, save us, Lord. You know, Kasad Nawa, have mercy on us. Okay, Nathan Kasad Nawa. Okay, have mercy on us. All right. Haggai, Haggai 2 and 6. "For thus saith the Lord of hosts, yet once and in a little while, the heavens and the earth." Okay. He gonna shake it up, man. Okay. Hebrews, I'm jumping straight to Hebrews, the 12th chapter, 26th verse. "Whose voice then shook the earth, but now he hath promised, saying, Yet once more I shake not the earth only, but also heaven." He gonna shake heaven and earth. Man, you guys don't understand. Just the earth now is shaking. When he shows up, he gonna shake heaven and earth. Okay? So these little foreshocks, and after, I call them foreshocks at this point, because all of these are foreshadowing the major destruction of when he shakes heaven and earth. Okay? Okay? So you better, it will behoove you to grow some fear for Yahweh Ba'Shem. Stop fearing all these other things in the world, man, and have fear for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Okay? Have some real fear where it matters, man. What did it say in Matthew the 10th chapter? Fear him not that can destroy the body, but fear him that can destroy both body and soul in hell. Okay? That's who you need to fear, the Most High, the Creator, and his Son. Because he sent his Son back to do his will and his bidding. And if you're not of the elect, man, you're going to catch a bad one. All right? You're going to catch a bad one. And you're going to wish you died in the earthquake. That's how bad it's going to be. You're going to wish you died in the earthquake. All right? And that's just one of many things that are coming to the earth. So do what you got to do. Pray, fast, read, study. Wake the hell up, man. Okay? Call on the name of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. And all salvation, man, because now, as this earthquake yesterday and today will show you that this is not a game, man. This is not a game. All right, the Lord, this lifetime is any day now. It's what it feels like. That put everybody on notice. It's any day now. Okay, here at Great Millstone, we pretty much know that we're one event away from all of the things that the Lord will talk, that the Bible speaks of popping off. An earthquake can be it. Okay? Earthquake is similar to an EMP. No power, no water. Okay? No communication. Man, this can happen. All right? Anyway, with that, we'll close out giving all praise and glories unto Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Harakakwadash, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahushai, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahushai, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahushai, Call Halal, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai. Double honor to the apostles and the elders at the Great Millstone. Greetings, salutations, and blessings unto the elect. To the next one. Shalom.